All right, hello everyone. So today we're gonna have fun with getting Warrior Fit Wednesday, okay? So what I'm gonna do here once again is warm up. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna walk backwards as if I'm jogging. And this is a really cool part because it's teaching you to have a certain coordination of turning around, going backwards. It's the unpredictable aspect of life. And I'm turning around. So I'm always trying to use the mat to keep it simple. The moment I reach outside the mat, I turn around. So things in life is not just straight line, right? Sometimes going straight is taking some steps back. And I like the type of warm-up it gives to me as well. Like I really feel it in my thighs as well. 3, 2, 1, and sweet. Perfect. So another thing I'm going to practice doing here that's going to be very important is the rotation towards the floor and coming back up. The rotation towards the floor. Okay, it forces us in a lunge naturally, so I'm going towards the floor and towards the floor. Notice I'm trying to keep a straight back with my posture. Exhale. And my exhale. Then my hand starts bringing me up and to the next one down. See this hand? Backhands me up and forward. And don't do too fast because then you'll be doing anything. You still want to be able to have a structure that makes sense. 1 out of 8. 2. See, it's teaching you to have a good back. 3. I didn't round my back. 4. And look at my back toe, see? I'm on my toe. 6, 7, almost lost my balance. 8, and back up, okay? This is cool because it's enabling you to turn and go in balance and back up. So we're gonna do just 4 of them. Turn into balance. 2, turn into balance, and turn into balance, okay? Cool stuff. Give a good warm up to my back as well. So another thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go on the floor to practice just my leg going up, out, up, out. And I'm managing how does it feel in my lower back when I'm doing this. So I'm trying to be really mindful of the movement that I'm doing. 2 more, up, and I feel it in my lower back, right? So I gotta be aware of any type of movements that I do like that. I can't just throw around my leg anyhow. It's demanding me a lot of effort in the muscles of my lower back, okay? Perfect, okay? Because there are things to do with the legs. It's nice and fun. Okay, so next thing we're gonna be doing here is getting more arm involvement, okay? So what I'm gonna be doing with my arms here right now is walking with my crawl forward and back. So here, my legs stay bent. And then I'm gonna move back. Notice that my hands and my feet are not too far away from each other. And then I could do it in a way where my body is obviously more extended. And I want to be able to make the difference between them, where my body is more extended and where my arms and legs are closer to one another. Can I feel the difference in between them? We're gonna do one more with the long body. And that's taxing a lot my lower back because my lower back is always solicited here. But in terms of muscles, see, I just let my arms move more forward before I synchronize my movement. See? And then I catch up here. And last one, allow my legs to move further back before I synchronize my movements. Okay? All right, there's not a huge difference between them. At least my arms guard involved. There'll be another thing I'm gonna do in my arms, and it's being able to close my fist like as if I was holding dumbbells to support myself. So here, the first one I'm gonna practice is I'm gonna practice from the floor, having my fist under my pecs and pushing myself up from this. So I'm gonna practice pushing myself up. And I'm doing this so that it's not too tiring for anyone to do. And it's the closest thing to my punches right now. Inhale and adjust my neck. And when I do this, I'm really trying to get the participation of my back muscles tensing up just slightly to assist my arms pushing. So I want to feel this collaboration. Okay, let's go for 5 more. Watch the elbow hyperextending at the end. I almost did it. Oh, that was better. Last one. Good. So the important thing here is to always be aware of my neck and that my back doesn't curve too much. So I'm getting my core strong, I'm getting my back strong to feel at ease of when I extend my power forward. Cool. Next thing I'm gonna practice now. Fun stuff. Practicing to go back, turning again, and turning again. The goal is to practice every aspect of your fitness, and that's what we're doing every day. So now I'm anticipating more where I want to turn. So I'm anticipating it more, and I'm kind of throwing my foot there first. Throwing my foot there first, because I know what I want to do, right? 2 more. And last one. Okay, and perfect. Awesome stuff. Next, the legs. I'm gonna practice finding the toughest part of my squat here. And for me, it's usually when I get right under 90 degrees. I'm not there yet. And notice I'm using a wide stance right here. My butt just went a little bit below my 90 degree and back up. And when I come up, I'm gonna pivot, and I just want the movement, right? I just want the movement. I don't need the real hit. I wanna feel the structure of the hit, coming up, rotating, and then out. So I can even do it with my open hand. See, feeling my feet turning with my hips, and then out, okay? Take your time as you do this. 2 more. See? This game here. So now we have things that are fun here. See? There's the practicing of going back, right? And then if I'm in a situation, going out, and I'm in a situation, going out. Okay? That was just a recap for you. What we're gonna be doing now from the floor, it's practicing to come up with this rotation. Coming up, then the rotation. It has to feel natural and smooth as you're doing it, so coming up, there's a target. You just want to feel what your torso is doing. There's ease. You always want to be at ease. Even if you're going to use maximum power, there's ease right before the storm. And the storm is like, snap, and it goes back to its place. 2 more. As relaxed as possible. And the last one, just for the fun of it, ease to go up. Okay? It's because that way your movements flow and they're less predictable. And it's the same thing when you're preparing to answer someone. If you're tense, you're predictable. If you're calm, you're digesting what they're saying, and you're thinking about what's the best thing to say, there's more of a flow there because you don't feel forced and pulled to say something. You're choosing when the right time is to say something. And that's the same thing we just did on the floor. We try to not make it hard to go up. We try to use as much ease as possible and then flow into the right mechanic. Just like what we're doing with our squat to punches. We want to find ease here, which is what we're going to do again after doing the crawl. So the crawl here, we're going to practice another crawl, because I want you to be able to do this entire routine twice. And it's this crawl here, the floor one, okay? To practicing to go twice in a direction, twice in a direction, and come back up. Restore yourself, right? Feel relaxed. You're going somewhere. Smooth. You're going there. Stay down, right? Smooth and smooth. And try to assess, where do I feel these tensions when I'm doing this, right? I'm going to do one more cycle of this. And I really feel it building up in my legs, but I have to look at the vulnerabilities that could happen in my back when I'm doing this. Wait, and other way. Going there and up. So obviously my thighs were really taxed. But here, this part of my back, you see, notice that this is why people are always hurting their back, is because they're not realizing how much tension is building up. It's just like when you're having a bad day, you don't know why you explode with pain sometimes. It's because there's tensions building up in your feelings, things that you felt that you might have wanted to let go, but you didn't find a way of expressing it in a way that serves the situation, and then it explodes, it builds up tension and you get hurt. Same thing goes for the body. Whatever you engage in tenses some areas. You gotta let that go, all right? Let it go, all right? All right, cool. So now, we're gonna go back to the squat punches, and then we're gonna go to the push-ups, okay? So here's, how can I come down with ease? And when I come up, rotate before sending out your arm. Ease, see, my arms are relaxed now. And then I rotate before sending out my strike. Ease. I don't want anything to crack in my knees. I turn and then my arm comes out. I look, turn, and send out. Look, turn, and send out. And you can notice everything happens on its own without thinking about the punch. Try not to punch. Look, turn your body. You see, your arm wants to come out now, and it will, all right? And then we'll take a super version of it. Coming up, look, turn. Two more, because we are going to do this one more time. I feel like I could put more of my body weight into it when I do it this way. I kind of look and my body really goes into it, okay? Good, all right, last push-up, and we're gonna redo this exercise in a different way, all right? Stay tuned. It's so gonna rain soon. All right, so here it was a principle of not just having my arms here, but to kind of like utilize my pecs by having my elbow lower to help me push up. I wanna feel my back muscles as I'm doing this, right? Just like when you're pulling with a door, these muscles are involved, you're trying to involve these muscles here, right? Because my arm is coming from here to come out, right? So that's what I'm trying to simulate here. So coming down, and where does my arm dig into the floor? I feel my back muscles, I feel my abs, and I could push myself up with this. I'm gonna choose to keep these tense. I'm just gonna pull back one arm at a time. Perfect. The only thing could be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's really not that bad. Like my knees are not getting injured at all from this. It's just contact discomfort. Who cares about contact discomfort? If like your kneecap's moving, right? Or the sharp pain to your knees, that's something else. But comfort, contact, like my fist here, it's not destroying my knuckles. It's just the contact that's uncomfortable. I would get comfortable with that, okay? All right, so this is what we're gonna be doing here. Remember the first exercise almost that we did? Yes, the first exercise almost that we did. We're gonna combine this, coming down with ease, and then see, as I'm reaching forward, see I'm turning my head, I'm turning my hips, I'm reaching on my arm, and I'm allowing myself to go up here in balance. I'm coming down in my squat. When I come up, I turn my hips, and then my arm comes out. Okay? and I notice that there's a balance aspect. Okay, it's like a movie scene almost. So look and try to see where's the balance point I could find in it. Sorry, the mosquitoes are attacking me. So, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to synchronize this as best as we can, as we have 7 of them left. Okay, so I come up, I turn, I'm gonna go for my strike. And I just wanna find my natural balance through this. Look. And back. Try to find your natural balance here. Right? I look. Whatever enables you to feel at ease with what we're doing. Look. And try different variations. Like, do you want to keep your arm straight? Do you allow your arm to bend near the end? And we're just gonna do 2 more. Two more starting now. And last one. Looking. And you're just trying to feel like, how did you synchronize this? Were you able to find your balance? And that's what matters here, finding your balance. And there's these little micro adjustments to do for you to feel like, you know what, I don't have to put as much mental effort, but I feel more in control. And that's what we're gonna have for today. So right now, my go-to exercise to relax will be just here, allowing my hips to open up and to try to relax in the lowest position possible and breathe. And really welcome the day that I'm gonna have today. Imagine that, you know what, it might rain, but I could be comfortable in the rain. And what am I committing myself to feel today? What type of mood do I want to have? Do I want this, would I be grateful to have this calm well-being? I don't think we need to jump around and enjoy all the time. This calm well-being is a form of diluted jumping around, but that's long lasting, that stays with you throughout the day. And you don't let anything shake it off. Imagine it's raining and you can still have that warm, calm state of well-being. Well, that's what I wish for you today, and it does work. Till next time, everyone, have a great day.